Hey there, this is Frank Caceres again with more real estate tips. And a question I get quite a bit is actually it's a little bit of an anxiety for some that come into the industry sometimes where they work a part-time or full-time job. And I know that there are brokers out there and team leaders and group leaders and other folks out there that bring people into the industry, their friends, their family, they bring them in, and then pretty early on, they give them the speech about jumping all in, quitting your full-time or part-time job and jumping all in, or else you're never going to make it. I'm not a believer in that, actually. When I came into this industry, I transitioned. I was going to school, I was working a full-time job on top of it, and I got into real estate on a part-time basis. But my first year of real estate, I did very, very well. I actually made more part-time in real estate in half the time, in half a year, than I did full-time at a full-time job. So that built up a lot of confidence for me, and I felt like, you know what, I can do this. So I did remain patient, though, and waited a little longer to see if it was all just a fad or a phase, and I saw no, it's becoming consistent. I understand this. The light is starting to shine. I felt good about it. But it wasn't until I felt, you know what, I'm ready to jump in now. I believe in my knowledge and my ability so much that I'm ready to jump in. I just didn't do that right off the bat. A lot of folks do. They get that speech about jumping all in. They're made to feel guilty. They're pressured. They quit their job. Now they don't have a consistent salary, they don't have benefits, and they don't have these safety nets. And their bank account starts going down, and then the pressure starts to set in. They're not doing business, the money's going out, but it's not coming in. And that pressure, after a year, that could really build up a lot. And next thing you know, a year and a half, maybe two later, they're out. They've doubted themselves, they're asking themselves every day, was I meant to do this? Can I do this? Should I be doing this? They really didn't give themselves the chance that they could have if they kept some stability in their life with a part-time, full-time job and transitioned in. So I'm all for transitioning. I encourage people to transition. And it's important that you have that confidence. Once again, I always say it comes down to confidence. You either believe you can or you feel like you may not be able to. And that can determine your start, your first, second year. That builds heavy on you. Okay, so I'm a believer in transitioning and not just jumping in. It does help to have a supportive either mentor, coach, team, or group, someone to backstop you. If, let's say, you have a full-time job and there's a client that wants to go see a home at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday and you're not off until 5, what do? Well, there's another thing to look for when you go into a brokerage, when you're looking for that place that fits you. Do they have backstops? Do they have support? And with that support, do they take a tremendous amount of commission in trade-off for that support? Or do they have a fair split in order to be your backstop? These are questions that are important to ask and important to know going in, because you brought the client in, and hopefully you can take care of most of the client's needs, but sometimes you need a little help. Is that brokerage, is that team leader, is that mentor, is that coach going to be there to help you in those, odd time for you hours? Very important stuff. So I'm good with agents that are part-time or full-time. Right now I'm mentoring and coaching agents. Right now I'm mentoring a doctor, teachers, people who have careers, and don't plan on leaving until the time is right. Some of them plan on doing real estate part-time, but we give them such support that it's almost as if they're functioning full-time. And they can continue to do that until they're ready to really transition completely out of their career into this career. So I'm a believer in it. Anyways, if you'd like to talk more about this subject, I'd love to hear from you. We can go ahead and consult about how things work out, what kind of backstops are out there for you, what kind of groups are really going to be there and support you, If you like to have a little consultation, go ahead and click the link. I'd love to speak with you. And once again, I'm Frank Caceres, and we'll talk soon.